Welcome to Formula One.
Joe Average Racer goes to Hungary today. Of course, I'm failing my objective. I've been practicing a little bit here, and hopefully we're going to have a pretty successful session.
Welcome to the Hungaroring for this weekend's Hungarian Grand Prix. But before we start to worry about race day, let's focus on today's practice, which is about to begin. Well, we're starting to get to the business end of the season now as we're just past the halfway stage. We now know which teams have the best performance and which teams are playing catch-up.
It's been a great season so far for Nico Rosberg, who is our current championship leader. Niki Lauda was talking up his title hopes this week, and I certainly wouldn't bet against him landing his first ever Drivers' World Championship this year.
Okay, so I've been practicing some outside the championship race, and so I just ran a couple laps here, and I'm just going to advance the time forward until the end. I pretty much know the course, and I'm not going to have to worry about learning the track in this practice.
It's been a good day's work for the Mercedes team as their drivers take P1 and P2 in today's practice session.
Okay, I really feel like I can improve on that. I just took a couple of quick laps. We're going to try not to let happen what happened in Silverstone, and that is wear our tires out in qualifying and then not have anything left for the race. So I'll run a couple laps, and then I'll change tires, and I'll run a couple more laps, and hopefully that gives me something good enough to qualify high up in the field.
The excitement is starting to build here at the Hungaroring as the lights are about to go green for today's qualifying session. We expect
and we've got rain
any moment now. Well, the rain is falling here in Hungary, so my pre-weekend prediction of a Lewis Hamilton pole might just be in jeopardy.
A wet track is always a challenge even for the best drivers, but Lewis has proven he can drive well in the rain. Ultimately though, it's the strategy the team and driver decide on that could have the biggest impact on his race tomorrow.
Okay, so we're on our second set of tires.
You're losing a lot of time through Sector 1.
And we're going to take you through lap 7 here, which ends up being our fastest lap. Just trying to be clean and easy on the throttle. I think we're running lean revs on the whole lap. We got this Williams car in front of us, and I'm hoping that it's not going to be a hindrance to us on this lap, because if we catch him in the wrong spot, it's really going to screw us up. Looks like we may get some draft off of him. Little lock up there is not going to help. Oh yeah, playing chase is probably going to help us.
Fantastic. That was the fastest lap.
Okay, second set of tires, and I recorded a faster lap. Ooh, that was right at the end of the session, too.
What a great qualifying performance there by Sebastian Vettel. It's going to put him in a really strong position for the race tomorrow.
When a driver puts together a lap like that, you have to say their confidence is going to be very high going into the race tomorrow.
That's what I'm talking about right there. 1.5 seconds, but that's in the wet. We'll just have to see where we are for the race.
We're just 18 kilometres from the city of Budapest here in Hungary, where today's Formula One race is about to take place. It's the Hungarian Grand Prix. Sebastian Vettel is in the driving seat for today's race. He starts in pole position and has the advantage of starting on the clean side of the grid. If he gets off to a good start, he could be untouchable.
It's certainly better for a driver to be out in front, as they're able to drive without having to contend with the dirty air and overheating caused by being sat behind another car.
Just what do you think will be going through Fernando Alonso's head as he watches now how well Ferrari are doing this year?
Fernando left Ferrari as he didn't believe they'd be able to offer him the opportunity to win that third world title. If he knew this form was around,
Jensen Button up in 8th.
say he would have stayed put.
Option prime. Probably go 11:23. Wish me luck.
For the win today.
Leave me room, man. Leave me room. Yeah, he backed out of it.
The track is clear. Green flag.
This is the first race that I have been in the lead on lap 1. Put her up in rich and see if we can't get a second away from Hamilton so he can not use the DRS on us.
There's 40 kilograms of fuel left in the tank. 40 kilos of fuel. Just ahead. Let's try and get past him.
Yeah, I get that message from the engineer and then I get loose right here and that allows Rosberg to get by. I'm planning on pitting this next lap.
There's about 3/4 of our starting fuel left in the tank. That's 3/4 of our fuel load remaining. Be careful on those tyres. We're seeing some significant signs of wear now. You may start struggling on them before too long. You need to pit in this lap.
Be nice if one of them doesn't pit. That way maybe I can pull the undercut. All right, Rosberg staying out. All right, I had a 2-second lead on him, but then it went away there in the last couple of laps, and they both got by me. We'll see where we end up after pit stops. Be nice if I was ahead of Rosberg.
We'll be doing one more stop today. One stop left in our strategy. The Mercedes crew are preparing for a stop. We're not sure which driver it is yet.
Teammates in the pits.
Two cars in one go. Great job. Really impressive.
All right, then we successfully made the undercut on Rosberg and sit in second place. Fuck.
Spin. Let's just get back up to speed. Careful on the next few corners. Your rears might be a bit hot.
God damn it. I can't believe I only lost one position on that, but I'm pretty much probably relegated to third place in this race as it is. I don't know how I escaped damage on that. Entering lap 21, Rosberg pits.
Okay, there's 2 more laps until the pit window. You'll be on the primes for the next stint. Hamilton has just entered the pits. He's in the pit lane right now.
Okay, it looks like I got a mess of cars coming up here, but I'm going to pit on lap 23, so hopefully I don't have to deal with the lap traffic too much. And hopefully they don't come in on the same lap that I do. Okay, everybody stay out. All right, final stop. I'm going to put on the primes. Due to our spin, I think we salvage a third place. We'll call that a victory.
Racing as you leave the pits. Up to speed now. Let's get some heat into those tires. Hamilton's just made a move for first.
The two Mercedes are having a hell of a battle up there.
Hamilton has the lead. The Mercedes crew are preparing for a stop. We're not sure which driver it is yet.
Getting by the lap cars there as they pit the last couple of laps. I'm ahead of Rosberg for some reason right now. He must have gotten in an accident. I wonder if he got into it with Hamilton and had to pit for some reason. That should lock up second place for us. We'll have to check and see how far Rosberg is behind me here on this lap.
15 kilos. There are 15 kilos of
I
fuel
guess
remaining.
7 laps to go. Hamilton's ahead by 11 seconds.
We've gone through a good 90% of our initial load. 10% of fuel remains.
I can't believe I spun it in the last turn of that lap and came back and got second place. What a freaking deal. Good for the points, good for the points. Beat Rosberg. Woohoo! Yeah! Second place don't get to splash people very much. You just kind of put it down, and if I was up there, I'd be spraying Hamilton right in the eyeball.
Have this year, as shown again today with a brilliant race victory.
It was a fantastic performance and one that they should be very proud of. Every part of the team pulled together to achieve today's result.
That's it for today's Grand Prix, and from Ant and I, it's goodbye and see you again next time.
So we beat the Williams cars, we beat Ricciardo, and we beat Rosberg. So big time points gained. See if any DNFs. No, we had 2 cars that were 2 laps down. All right, so we hold our own in the driver's standings, which is unfortunate. I was kind of hoping that we would move up a position, but we edged closer, which is good. Constructors, we stretched our lead over Williams. I forgot to see where Kimi finished. All right, this was a tough first couple of laps. Hamilton was giving it to me quite a bit over this run. I think corner 4 maybe, he finally gave up the ghost. Corner 5. They definitely had pace. Oh man, look at that back there. Let me go back and see that. Just coming back on the track. They're hooked up outside the track already. Got their wheels hooked. This was hard racing for a couple of corners between the McLaren and the Force India car. And they just got their wheels hooked up together, and that was all she wrote. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Joe Average Racer. Hit that like button if you enjoyed it, and subscribe if you're new. Thanks for watching, and go Tigers.